All right. I like it.
Right.
That's the way to go.
And welcome to episode 89 of Ripping the Rack podcast. We are the longest running weekly, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, whatever you want to call us.
Bisexual.
Trisexual, because we'll try anything once. I don't know.
Is that what that means?
Show regarding Candlepin Bowling on the interwebs today. I am your host, Tim. With me today is King of the North, Calvin. Calvin, how you doing?
Gentlemen, exhausted. Ready for
Yep.
bed. Let's
do it. And the Coastal Crusader, Mr. Brian Athern. Brian, how you doing?
I also am tired and ready for bed, but let's talk some bowling and
Brian's grumpy, so we're
gonna be so much fun.
So we're gonna have an extra special Brian.
Well, I thought the washing machine was fixed, and it's not. And it rained in my basement this weekend from the washing machine. So yeah, it was a fun weekend.
I knew that because that was on our ride home yesterday when that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys want me to get my Under Armour sweater? You guys seem to match. I didn't know this was a thing. We were supposed to match and
Tim and I just protect our house.
Be all cute together.
Yeah. Well, we talked yesterday on what to wear.
Oh, okay.
You didn't realize that Tim and I were actually in the same room. So
yeah.
That's why his background's like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So bowling.
The last 2 weeks of bowling, essentially.
Bowling. I do want to. I am going to start out with a big number. We need to recognize one, Mr. Jason Kaler.
I was like, which one? Which one are we going?
Yeah, we're going with Jason Kaler.
Why? What'd Jason do?
So it's
just
not
beat some nobody by 125 pins.
Well, that's true. That's true. But
get it right. It's not nobody. It's has been.
It never was.
No.
Touche.
Let's see. Jason had a scintillating. That's my word of the day.
Oh, big word.
$4.99 for 3 strings, folks. That is not for 4 strings. That is not for 5 strings. That was a 3-string total. Just missed the 500. He did have a chance at it, and he choked. So
hit the head pin, left 5 on the spare. I mean,
that's okay.
It was in the 10th. He had a questionable spare in the first string that he did not take. It was a 9-drop. So
he did the honorable thing versus some people that like to take shots.
Bowler's call.
Of course, man. Oh, sorry, little COVID here.
Well, look, we can all think of some people, both American and Canadian, that have taken shots that were
or total line.
Questionable
legality.
Yeah, questionable legality. So Jason, again, congratulations, $4.99.
Yes,
that is not his high 3, by the way. He has a 512 that he bowled against me. The same night I went 440. He beat me by 72 pins.
So 2 of us he has absolutely destroyed one night. So
Yep.
Calvin, you're up next.
Yeah.
Nah.
So
I'm good. November.
Fingers crossed. November or Mixed Worlds, maybe June.
Oh, I'll be there for sure. But
nice.
November is when I'm more worried
England
about.
just lifted all their restrictions. You guys are kind of close to the Monarchs, right? There you go. Then your restrictions lift too.
Well, we're getting there. We've got three provinces going on 4 because Newfoundland, I think, just eased their restrictions. So 4 provinces out of 14. We're getting there.
And not to make this, we're obviously not a political show. I think everybody that listens to this realizes we are not a political show. But they are easing here in the States as well.
Yeah.
A lot of places are, phasing out the mask mandates. They're phasing out the requirements, things like that.
So get out and support your local bowling center.
Yeah.
Yes, local business. Any local business at this point. So, congratulations, Jay. Maybe sometime you'll hit 500 again. He can join the 2-time club, I guess.
Yeah. And we had another big one just happened tonight.
Oh, we did?
Chris Merrill. No, I wouldn't
Oh.
say big, but
It was good. Yeah, he had a
$6.99.
$6.99 for 5 strings.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
And as Jeff Surratt said, had he not gone open his last 4 boxes, he would have hit 700.
That was Bovair.
That was Bovair who said that.
Oh, Bovair said that. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of those jack wagons. I just wasn't sure which one.
Yeah, sure. It's good enough.
Yeah. Let's talk some before we get into questions and an episode of What Grinds Brian's Gears, which I know we're all heavily anticipating.
That's a new favorite segment for people, huh?
Yeah.
That's turned into my favorite segment just based on the last one.
Why wouldn't you? In car rides though, all the time.
And I'm pretty sure it was everyone else's segment because they didn't have to hear me talk for like 15 minutes. It was great.
I know a few people that probably all they got out of it was, somebody's bitter or something, but it did have something behind it.
Yeah. So we do have some upcoming tournaments. Calvin, what's going on in Canadian land?
We got our I guess first up we got Corey's King of the Hill, which is still going. I think he still wants to do 2 or 3 left. I haven't really talked to him much, but the next one scheduled next Sunday, February 27th, up in Kingswood. I think he's got 27, 28. So hopefully we can get some more up there, get a good 36, 37 even is good number. Starts at 10, does he usually do 10? Yeah, 9:30, 10. We're usually out of there by 2:30. Like, it's not a long day. Just on the Sunday, $40 to bowl. 9 or 7 strings he does. So there's usually good money, $200 something. I mean, we're not making millions for bowling, but it's a nice fun day and handicapped and everything. So come on out and support it.
Yep.
And then Jess Bain posted our Valley Mixed for Nova Scotia, New Brunswick kind of thing. It used to be a big tournament. It used to be about 3 days, I think, or whatever. Right now it's filled. 14 teams filled up the day of. So everybody seems to be excited to get back to bowling. Hopefully it stays at 14 teams. Hopefully there's no restrictions that come back. Hopefully we can, hope is a big word over the last 3 years.
Well, I was going to say, hope. We've all done a whole fucking lot of hoping over the last couple of years. So
yeah. So excited, wanting it to happen. So here's hoping. Yeah.
Good. I want to see more stuff up that way, obviously.
Or bowl something up there.
And I know, yeah. I mean, look, let's face it. How many times have we said over the past 2 years during this show that how much we miss coming up, how much we miss having you guys come down,
how much we miss Worlds.
Yeah, I know the Worlds, the Can-Ams, the mixed Worlds.
The 560s.
The 560s. The various tournaments that, that frankly, let's face it, we drive and you guys drive,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's the fun getaway for a weekend or getaway for a week, and can't even use our vacation. So a week of bowling would have been just fine at least. So, yeah.
And totally non-bowling related. And this actually, I do have to say this. So, tacos, can I just go on record? I have to go on record because I was told that I have to mention tacos and how fucking wonderful they are. And I am right now going on record on the show to people that there's been a couple that want to hear this. Tacos are amazing, and they just might be the best dinner food or lunch food out there. Fish tacos, regular tacos, doesn't matter. I'm just saying. Back to our regular scheduled program. Let's talk bowl.
You're not beating pizza, man. There's nothing better than pizza. Yeah. Like, honestly, nothing better than pizza.
Pizza is the best food ever.
Tacos probably good top 10, but definitely
top 5,
not
maybe.
better than.
I'm going at least top 5. At least.
Tacos are top 5. Pizza's a top. It's an S tier food.
See, pizza with me is pizza makes me poop. So
cheese, you're lactose intolerant.
I know, so I have it anyway.
Like to eat big bowls of ice cream at night.
Pizza makes everybody poop. It's just a thing.
Anyway, let's get the show back on the rails.
Why? What's the point of that? What is your top 5 best poops? Where have you had them?
Coles.
Coles.
Nope.
And Coles.
Coles. Let's see.
Are we really doing
Andy's Variety in Warren? Very solid bathroom right there. Kennebunk, definitely Kennebunk rest stop. Southbound is a definite. And then I'm gonna have to go. It was a store in the main mall. It was called Bonton. That was fantastic. Very nice.
Is that the place they used to stage the bathroom to make it look like an actual bathroom?
I have no idea.
The merchandise in there and everything.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I was pooping in there and it wasn't even supposed to be done. I don't know.
Did you put the shit in somebody's display?
I might have. And
clean up an aisle 4.
And then the number 5 spot would be probably Treasure Island in Vegas. When you come down, there's a very long escalator that comes down with the bathrooms right on the right-hand side before you get into the casino. Great place. It's hardly ever busy.
Yes. The food in Vegas probably got you clogged up for 2 or 3 days. You probably needed that.
Anyway,
I'm going to find out. I'm going the 4th.
There you go. So let's get this back to bowling. So we have upcoming here. We have the Pro Series. We have
Mike Tyson. The
Pro Series. So guys, we got the Pro Series coming up. Singles elimination Saturday, March 5th. That is in Millis, Massachusetts at Ryan's Family Amusement. Shifts are at noon and 2. I want to say 2 o'clock is already full, so noon o'clock.
Noon o'clock.
I think it was just at one point. It was just Nate bowling at noon. So come bowl with Nate Leeds.
Noon o'clock shift, and then the playoffs to start after that. This is the last regular season Pro Series of this year.
Nice.
Top 24 make the playoffs. I was sitting in the 24th position until the last one, which I did not bowl because I was in Florida. So I have fallen out of the top 24. So I need a big showing, and we seem to have lost.
Yeah, we lost him. He left.
Brian. He left. So hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah. Probably just lost the internet.
Well, I hope not, because he's a mile from my house. So I don't know. Anywho, so that is coming up again Saturday, March 5th. Get a hold of Freshie. Get a hold of Nate Lees. Find him on Candlepin Chat.
Did they post? I don't think they posted. Oh no.
No, they
did.
did.
Oh, point standings. Okay.
Oh, were there point standings?
Oh no, I think they just posted the results.
Okay.
You didn't post the final. Yeah, it just says final results. It doesn't have, because I was wondering if there's any close, like who's within a certain amount of points, if somebody could get close or whatever, but I don't see any standings.
Okay.
Oh well.
So again, this is a big one because again, this is your, top.
Your
top,
chance
I believe
for the playoffs.
Top 8 get a bye, I believe.
Yeah, isn't that how it always is? And then the bracket goes from 16 to 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So those that are fighting for the bye, and those that are fighting for the playoff spots, their playoff lives, like this guy,
like that guy.
We'll see. I'm not exactly feeling overly confident. I haven't exactly been bowling the greatest. So.
What do you mean? You had a 400 the other night, you said, unless you lied.
I did. I did. And then, I didn't lie. I did have 400, but This past weekend at the Once a Month in Exeter, I was. Hey, he's back.
Hey, man.
Lost internet.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, glad I didn't.
Yeah.
I told him I'm like a mile away from you, so. But anyway, that's coming up. We have the next Candlepins for Cancer taping date. That is coming up Sunday, March 13th. This is a big one.
It's a big one.
I'm trying to find. I've been trying to find the results of the roll-offs. I know they're in here somewhere. All I know is the very first match. Everybody, there should be 1,000 people in the stands, in the non-existent stand, Lita Lanes for this next Sunday. Oh, not next Sunday. Sunday, March 13th, 9 a.m. We have Amanda Carroll, who is the 5th seed. She is the first female qualifier. She will take on Jeff Surratt.
Yeah.
In the first.
I don't have the results, but I have who's up against who. I don't know if you have that. Do you have any of the? You just have the first match? Okay.
I just knew the first match because I was talking to Amanda and Jeff about this. So
yeah. 3rd seed is Aaron Sear. 2nd seed is Dean Sullivan.
Yeah.
And Fuller Jr. at the top.
Okay. You got some great matches, regardless of who wins and who loses. Go Amanda.
Yeah.
I'm on Team Amanda. Jeff Surratt, you can suck it.
Yeah. Is it on a Saturday?
Sunday.
Oh, Jeff might have a chance then.
Why?
He's no good on Saturdays.
Oh, Jesus.
It's okay, Tim. Woo!
Oh, my God.
Lay over your head.
You're such an ass.
A lot of stuff is.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
All sorts of things.
Car doors, refrigerators.
Yeah. Yeah. All sorts of things are over my head. So again, Sunday, March 13th at Lita Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire at 9 a.m. We got the Thriller. You have the Thriller in Manila. You had whatever else. And then I don't even have something for this one, but it's going to rival something like that. It's got to.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Honestly, I'm looking for. I'm supposed to go to the Bruins game on on the 12th, and we're staying down there. So I may.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I may swing it. Yeah. Angie won't be really happy with me, but
it's the Massacre New in Nashua.
The Massacre in Nashua, nice. Well, she can go to the outlets, and I'll stay and cheer on.
She can suck it. Don't worry about it.
Lost internet again. What happened?
I lost internet. Yeah. Froze. Yeah, totally froze. We've got another tournament coming up in mid-April, that everyone should sign up. Every single person in the history of Evers.
Every single person.
It's fun. This is a fun tournament.
Yeah, but Tim, we can't have that many teams because that'll be a lot of buys.
Okay. At least they should have at least 14 teams. Well, the maximum is 14 teams. So
they did it one year with 16. It was before Rusty ran it, but they did it before 16.
Well, yeah, that was the one I went to. We were still bowling at 12:30 in the morning. So, yeah, that was
the one that my team won.
Yeah, that was the one.
Nice.
Wait, no, was it?
Yeah, you had to wait for me to roll off, and at least I won. So.
No, I left. There was a different one
because I rode with you, so I know.
It was different. Because we had. I bowled with Evan.
Oh yeah, no, that was the year before.
Yeah,
when we rode with you, and my team won it, and then I didn't bowl the next year for some reason.
Oh, because you weren't asked. Anyway, so we have the Tom Darby.
Still never bowled at Lakeside.
Well, that's true. We have the Tom Darby. That is April 16th. That is a Saturday. That is at Stars and Strikes Bowling Center in lovely and thriving metropolis of South Paris, Maine. that starts at 9 a.m. This is a team marathon event. You bowl everyone once. 14 teams, so you'll bowl 13 strings. It's a long-ass day. It is a handicapped event, but it is fun. It's a great time. Fun.
You guys bowl them all in one day?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
We did that once for Corey Smith, Dave Stewart. OMG, that was terrible.
Why?
Oh, such a long day.
But it's
you're there to bowl.
But it's so fun.
I'll get to this when we get to the Brian's rant.
Yeah.
About.
So let me explain. Yeah. Let me explain why this tournament is. This is my opinion and only my opinion. This is not a Rip in the Rack podcast opinion.
Views expressed by Tim Matera are not those shared by Rip in the Rack Industries.
Thank you, Brian. I enjoy this tournament for a number of reasons. The biggest one is it's where I grew up bowling. I love bowling in this house. It's a lot of fun. Food's good. People are great. It's a good time. And number two, I like to bowl there. Pins go good there. It's a fun place to bowl because if you're throwing a good ball, you're going to be rewarded. If you're throwing a bad ball, you're not. And that's the beauty of bowling in a house. It's fun. So have fun. Have a good time with it. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. Sign up, folks. Support Rusty. Support your local businesses. Support your local bowling alleys. It's a long-ass day. Absolutely. Brian and I drive 2 hours to get there. It starts at 9 a.m. That means we got to get up at 6 a.m. on the road by 6:30. We bowl. We don't leave there until sometime between 11 and midnight. It's long, but it's fun. Mm-hmm. Good times.
As long as it's fun.
It is. It is.
Hashtag washed.
Hey, that's right. That's right. Hashtag washed. What else we got? I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of things because people.
I don't know.
Really
I missed the whole segment. So
we did. It wasn't anything spectacular.
No. Results. We have results of something.
Did Freshie finally send them?
No. Oh no. Eric Bromberg posted the results of the 10-stringer that they had, the handicap tournament they had this weekend. Was that Sunday? Saturday maybe? And this weekend. So congratulations to Mike Capone. He pulled out the victory. Second place was Mike Erickson, John Nichols third, Casey McCool fourth, Dave placed fifth, and rounding out the last paying spot was Dennis Green. Not the coach, the other Dennis Green.
They are who we thought they were.
Yep. I would like to have a special shout out because if I'm not mistaken, this was the Calcutta was on this one. And whoever was smart enough to place their money on Josh Daly, you guys rock.
Yeah.
Josh Daly did not make the cut.
If this was this past weekend, it had to be Saturday because we bowled in the same building as Daly on Sunday.
Right. That's right. Good call.
Man, when you hit 50, you start forgetting things, huh?
Oh God, yeah.
It's going downhill fast.
And Calvin and I will find you a nice home. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Angie's already looking.
I'm sure she's already put a deposit.
On her.
I don't think she's looking.
Let's see.
I don't know anything else. There was a lot of random questions that people were posting on Candlepin Chat. We can answer some questions if we want.
Yeah, let's jump into some. Let's jump into those. But you know what I really want to do?
We want to grind Brian's gears.
I want to grind gears.
All right, let's grind Brian's gears.
I want to grind gears. Brian.
Yes, sir.
What's grinding your gears?
Well, there was a question on Candlepin Chat, or it was a story that some guy had put about, he threw a monster half and, he was a few boxes ahead of the guy he was bowling. And, you know, there was some discussion on how that is, and this is just my opinion. But, and I guess you have to kind of start. There are certain guys that when you get to league, they watch the clock. And it happened this past week at one of our leagues. And they're like, 7:01, time to start, because our league starts at 7. Let's start so I can get out of here. If you hate bowling that much, don't show up. If the only thing you can't wait to do when you show up to the bowling alley is leave, then don't bother. Like
but didn't we just say support your local business?
I understand that, but if you're going to be an asshole, don't. Because then you're ruining everybody else that's supporting the business.
7:01, league starts at 7 o'clock. Let's get going. I'm not. If you want to show up late, that's your problem. That's not my problem.
Okay, so and here was my response to that. Not that I would ever do this, but if I notice, let's say it's the very first string, and I notice someone's like, "Let's get out of here. Come on, let's start so we can get going." And I'm bowling you. Well, guess what? The next two people can't start till we finish, and I will gladly take 5 minutes a ball for that half. A ball. It would take me a half hour to bowl because okay, you threw a 7-ball half. Woohoo! You have over 100 half. That's wonderful. Now you get to wait 4.5 hours to watch me bowl. Is it really worth being an asshole? No. You know what? It's fine if you throw a strike and then somebody misses a spare. They're shooting a 10. Push your button. That's cool. But if you throw a strike and you're in that much of a hurry and you can't wait the 20 seconds it takes to be an adult to push your button and wait for the next box to start, then maybe you should bowl singles leagues all by yourself and you can bowl with all your friends.
Okay, so I'm curious, Brian, since you're saying you wanted to bring up an adult thing, well, you just said that you would wait 5 minutes between each ball just because somebody said
I'm spiteful and hypocritical. Ask my wife.
Okay, I'm just curious.
If you get the version, I'm one of those people, you get the version of me you deserve. If you want to be like, hey, can we hurry it up? I'll be like, hey, yeah, no problem. I'll see what I can do. But if you want to immediately start demanding that we start and you don't even take a moment to say, hey, what's going on? Why haven't we started yet? Yeah, I'm going to be a prick.
All right.
And I'm dead serious. And Tim knows I would do it. I would take 5 minutes. I'd stand there and ask people where to play shot. I'd be like, hey, where should I play that? Brian, that's the button. Oh, okay. You sure?
So
must have been your third ball because there's no way you're pushing your button early.
So
only against you when it mattered.
Yeah.
So let's do this then. Okay, that's the start time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one? This is the one I want to talk about. So what's the other one that grinds your gears?
What do you mean?
Ball for ball. Oh, yeah. No, you were talking more about the in a hurry start time stuff like that. Tell me how you feel about full and ball for ball, box for box type thing.
I don't want you to have to meticulously follow ball for ball, box for box, but there's no reason why you should be up there bowling by yourself for 3 effing boxes. Like I said, if you know what, if that's gamesmanship for you, if having to bowl that fast is gamesmanship, I have gamesmanship on the other side that can make you wait. It's not hard. If you throw your first ball, you throw a strike. I throw my first ball, I punch. Cool. I pick up my second ball. I throw it. Oh, I get 9. Okay, push your button then. No problem. But you immediately throw a ball, and I haven't even thrown my first ball yet, and you just rip the button. You best believe I'm going to take a lot of extra time. There's just no need for it. I don't understand why. You can't leave until the match is done. Like, I don't get it. If your hobbies make you that miserable, don't do them.
I'm gonna take the opposing view today, Vanna. Let's
go ahead.
So, why should I cater to you as a slow bowler?
Not catering to anybody.
If I'm a fast bowler, but you're telling me that I should bowl box for box with you. But why should I?
Well, it's just courteous. I mean,
is it really though? Okay. If I'm not blowing by you and I'm not impacting your ability to bowl, why does it matter the speed in which I bowl?
What if I'm not a good bowler by myself? Then you certainly are impacting the way I bowl.
Bowl better?
Okay, then if you want to bowl fast, then get ready to bowl slow. Learn to bowl slower. It works both ways.
But now you're impeding the way I'm bowling.
Right.
And you did it to me first. It works both ways. No,
right.
But you just
right. So if none of them are right, then how can you take a view?
It's called personal opinion, and opinions are neither right nor wrong, Timothy.
Actually,
contrary to what you think when your opinion is right all the time.
Opinions based on fact are always right.
They're still an opinion.
But if it's based on fact, then it makes it right.
If you back up your opinions with facts, then those facts help you gain an opinion about something. Opinions are not right or wrong. Opinions are your own personal feelings about something.
So let me take this way. So when I started bowling,
dinosaurs roam the earth.
Yeah. When dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Hey, I'm not the one this weekend that said you looked like 1950s Timmy.
Oh, who said that? Was that Maddie?
Yeah.
Oh, that was after I actually threw a strike. My one good ball I threw all weekend. Oh, hey, Kitty.
Yeah, here goes. The show's gonna stop, guys.
Yeah. Hey, you want to see Kitty's butthole? There you go. Okay. Sorry, I had a squirrel moment, kitty moment. So
just to sum it up.
Hold on.
If you
when I started bowling, and I'm going to say adult leagues, not kids leagues and whatnot. Number one, back in the 70s and 80s and early to mid 90s, no one bowled box for box. Not in leagues, not in tournaments, not in the world.
You could also rip butts in front of your kids in the bowling alley, but we don't do that anymore either. People evolve.
Well, okay. Well, there's a little bit of difference between something that kills you versus bowling, which I guess could kill you. I guess.
Doing a good job on me.
But I guess my point is, we all know what courtesy is, right?
Yep.
Calvin, would you agree? You know what courtesy is when you're bowling.
Yes.
Person on your right, person on your left. You know who's got the right of way. Well, it's person on the right if both of you are ready to go.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
But if you're on the right and I'm on the left, and you rip the guts out and I throw a hammer, I push my button.
Cool. Okay.
No. Let me finish. Okay. You throw your second ball. Mine has reset. You throw your second ball and you punch, and I've got a ball, and I throw another ball. And let's just say I rip another hammer and push the button, and then you throw your third ball and clear out what you get, and you push the button. I haven't impeded you. I haven't done anything to impede your ability to bowl, right?
No.
And you haven't done anything to impede my ability to bowl, correct?
Not yet.
Okay. So you say not yet.
Well, you would never. Yeah, you would never impede Tim. You would be impeding the next bowler up because the next bowler is waiting to get up because Tim's finished. You're not impeding Tim in any way.
My whole point is this. Now, do I bowl, box for box with people? In league and in the world, yes, because that's evolved. Very rarely do you see something a little bit different, and it may be because you're staring at a shot and whatever, and you turn and you go, go ahead and just, finish your box or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But 20 years ago or 25 years ago, that didn't happen. There were plenty of times where either I threw 2 marks or I had someone throw a double at me and they were done before I was done my first box. No one said a word.
And in 2 boxes at a time, I honestly don't have an issue with it either.
Okay. Now, I can tell you...
maybe that's why Calvin and Canadians don't have an issue with it, because they don't have 5-box leagues.
Could be.
I still wouldn't have a problem with it. And even, I know you still have more to talk about, Tim, but even to sum it all up, like, all you have to say is it's not a rule, it's just a courtesy. If Tim doesn't want to be courteous or whatever, and he wants to throw his 5 boxes before you're done 2, all the power to him.
But see,
and nobody else has to be courteous either.
No, you don't have to be.
But I don't find that being... And again, this is more of the old school concept versus the new, I'm going to call it the new generation. And Brian, I think you straddle that kind of the line between the old school and the new generation with your age and whatnot. I think that's about where it is, that mid 30s. You know, the folks in their mid to late 30s kind of straddle, in my mind, straddle the new generation versus the old school. I find that to have nothing to do with being courteous or not. As long as, again, I look at, am I impeding your ability? Am I impeding the person on my left or right? Wherever it is.
Right.
If I'm not cutting them off, if I'm not clearing a gutter or doing something stupid like that while people are still bowling, then I don't care. And again, personal opinion, I don't care what the person on my right or left is doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think where we're getting caught up, and I think I'm not explaining what my issue with it is. If someone is doing it because they know they're being not courteous and they just want to get up there and throw, or they're having a bad night and they want to get up there and just huck bowling balls, and they're still not cutting you off, but they're not caring, or they're just up there like just throwing shit and acting stupid, and they're just bowling a ridiculous pace, then yeah, that's when I start to have an issue. It's the same way you talk about old school, Tim. And I get chirping. I understand that. There's nothing wrong with what happens at the Worlds right now. When someone's giving you crap about a shot or whatever, there's a time and a place to read the room. But I will stand firmly on this hill. If back in the day, if someone had to stand behind me and chirp in my ear to make sure I didn't make a shot, put your damn balls in your bag and go home, because you are not a good bowler. If you have to resort to that, you're a piece of shit. Plain and simple. You have to literally talk in someone's ear so they miss a shot. You are nutless.
So
there's a guy down here that used to do it. Tim knows who I'm talking about. He called it gamesmanship. No, he was a fucking idiot. And that's why he got kicked out of the bowling alley.
So Calvin, he's talking about, you know, the Canadians that used to stand behind you.
Oh, I know. There's still a few of them.
No, there's Americans too.
There's a few. Yeah, but honestly, there's far less Americans that do that because it wasn't done down here.
It just seems like to me, if you have to resort to that, you know you don't have a chance to win without it. So go bowl harder with duct tape on your mouth for 4 hours.
See, I bowl, like, my first year bowling in the Worlds was my first experience ever having anyone stand behind me. They didn't talk or do anything while you were in your approach. It was not like...
No, it was before you threw the ball.
It was before you threw the ball.
And it was always like songs, and I used to love every one of them. Oh,
it was songs. It was, you know, it was, and they weren't talking to you directly. They'd be talking.
They were making.
They'd talking like it'd be Brian. It'd be like you standing up there with me behind you and Calvin behind you. Me looking at Calvin, going, "Holy shit, Calvin! Wow, you see how? I don't know that."
So the shit you do anyways?
That no.
Yeah.
No, it was, but it was like, oh, that's a pretty. That's
Tim,
that
cat. You own this. You can own this one. You guys used to sit there and make wagers on how bad my fills would be on.
We did. Yeah. I felt bad after that, though.
No, you did.
Yes, I did. You know I did. So don't sit there and say I didn't feel bad.
I do that every year at Worlds. I usually sit at a table right behind the match, and I find the first person I can find. And I go, all right, Phil. And then we're starting to cheer for their shitty bowling and their good bowling. It's hilarious. Everybody
right, but you're not directly involved in that match.
No.
Right. Okay. Like, I'm just saying. And there's different forms of it. What happens now is fine. Even if you want to talk loud enough for someone to hear you, yeah, you can drive a car with your feet if you want to. It doesn't make it a good idea. Yeah, you can talk loud enough so someone can hear you so they miss a shot. Doesn't make you a great person.
I will tell you, Brian, and this is obviously being recorded. I have never in the history of evers, like in the World Tournament, anything else, ever done that with a member of the other team.
Right.
Ever.
Exactly. And I get that. And
because I don't want to poke the bear.
Right.
I've had it happen.
And what
too
have I
often.
said? What did I say one year? Don't poke the bear about you. And somebody did it. Just, it's easy to just cheer and do what you need to do. Like, I can honestly say this probably. I'd have gotten a fist fight in the 90s in a bowling alley.
Oh, you wouldn't have been able to handle the early 90s. Like when I came
90s?
up,
So
when
much.
I came up, I'm not even talking about the 80s or the 70s.
No.
I'm
The
talking about
90s was good.
when I came up, which was 92 was my first Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
I
have no problem with cheering, and I have no problem with, whatever you want to talk about with your team. But if you're going to stand behind me and talk in my ear, you're going to get elbowed in the back of the nose when I come back.
The gamesmanship, and I am going to call it gamesmanship back then, because you're right, they don't do it.
There's no place for it now. There's no place for it in the game. All it does, because you know what it does? It takes young bowlers who are trying to get better, and you chirp in their ear, and they quit. And that's why the game's dying. Because people want to be loudmouth assholes and make people miss shots, and it drives the young kids out of the game.
I won't disagree with that.
I can think of many people when I was in my teens that I looked at and said, I don't ever want to bowl with them, or I will not bowl.
No, I can absolutely, I could agree with that. I didn't agree with it back then when it was happening to me. But it was a lifestyle back then. It was part of the game. It was part of what was expected, or not expected. It was accepted.
Just because something happens in the past doesn't make it right, and that goes with everything.
I understand. There's all sorts of different. We talk gamesmanship. I mean, I've done this. I've pulled a Charlie Mylan. I still laugh about it. Laugh about it occasionally. Putting my shoe, retying my shoe up on the on the approach to throw someone's timing off. I mean, dick move. Absolutely.
But, hey, you know what?
Why wouldn't you?
Making it go full circle. If you're bowling someone who's not courteous, they don't give a shit. They just go anyways.
Yeah.
What? You see it in every sport. You see icing the kicker. You see, it's a strategy. It's a way to, if somebody like you guys do a lot of 5-box things, if somebody's rolling and they got 4 out of 5 marks, I might slow down a little and I'll throw them off and I'll do something to get them off their rhythm.
Especially if I've done this.
Or you can bowl better.
No, and I'm going to say this. So I've done it where, and I'm going to use the example. Who the hell was I bowling, Brian? Can-Ams. Was that Chad?
Chad Reed.
Chad. So I'm bowling against Chad. Chad has 7 in a row against me. Mm-hmm. I have none in a row. Like I am open after 7 boxes. I put my foot up. I pulled the child. I said, I got to do something. If we're gonna win this string, I've got to do something.
Yeah, throw him off.
So I tied my shoe. Came back, picked up a ball, got ready to go. Didn't like that ball. Picked up another ball, wiped it down, got ready to go. Threw the ball. I threw an 8-pin drop with a nice little plank in front of it. He was amped up. He threw his ball down on the 7-pin. I had made mine. He missed his. I threw a strike on mine. I threw a double, and right then I heard him go, "We're going to lose this match." And who was his partner, Brian?
Natalie.
Was it Natalie?
Natalie's his partner. Always has been his partner.
Tying your shoe didn't have anything to do with that. You marked and then you threw a double and he went open.
No, it slowed him. It got him off his rhythm.
It got him off the rhythm of Tim's going and then he's going.
But the other thing it did was it slowed me down and got me in a rhythm.
So you did something to help yourself, not to hurt the other bowler.
Knowing that it was going to slow him down.
Yeah.
Gamesmanship. I can deal with that. And we've even, I've had this conversation. People are like, I just do that against you. And I'm like, I don't care. See, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's the difference is I don't care the person on my right or left doing for the most part.
No, I don't either. And if they stop, like if you'd have done that, I'd have put my ball down and I'd have stepped back.
Yeah.
Because I would have gotten myself, because I would have been the same way. Because Chad's one of those guys. He's always like doing.
He's always
ready to go.
Yeah.
But I'd be completely different. If you stopped and tied your shoe, I would put my ball down and I'd step back and be like, all right, whenever
So did
you're
I.
ready.
So would I.
You would reset yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of people that don't.
Right.
And when you throw them out of rhythm, it affects them.
100%.
I have no problem with that type of gamesmanship. Just like I have no problem with how fast or slow a person is bowling that I'm bowling against.
Yeah.
Okay. Because again, if they're in the opposite lane, I don't care. The other match, whatever it is.
Yeah. I've even switched up a lineup and put a slower bowler up against a faster bowler just to slow them down, because I know that they would go ball for ball, box for box, blah, blah, blah. But if that slower bowler is slowing down the faster bowler, like I've even done that. I've switched the lineup just for that.
I've seen that done.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with lineup changes or anything like that. Like I'm saying, and it's not even cheering. It's not gamesmanship, because tying your shoe is light gamesmanship. I'm talking about you're standing behind someone and talking to them and telling them like, that's a bad pin. That's not good. No, you're not making that. Like, no, you're going to get punched in the mouth. You're going to turn around and get headbutted. I'm sorry.
that
Calvin, I swear to God, I won't headbutt you, but if you do it to me after this the first time, I'm going to tag you right square in your balls.
Oh, I'm going to do it just for the fun of it.
And I hope you're wearing a cup.
Oh, just for the fun of it. It's going to be so much fun.
All I can remember, Brian, and this is why sometimes I have this discussion with you about, bowling against you, because I've seen it done to you, and I've actually done it where I've speed bowl, and you're like, oh, we're speed bowling tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you are not a fast bowler. You're not a slow bowler.
I'm not fast at anything, dude.
Well, it's not what Kelly said. That's not what she said. No,
I heard my first quick chick joke.
What I'm saying, Brian, is you're not a slow bowler, but you're not a fast bowler. You know what I mean? You're just a medium pace.
Mm-hmm.
You're at a medium pace, and that's how it is. When one of the new big brothers bowled against you.
Oh, you mean the one that quit?
Yeah. Okay. He was bowling his own speed. He never impeded you. He didn't cut you off.
Okay. And I never impeded him. And I will tell the story. And I bitched because he finished 3 boxes ahead of me. Yep. And I told him, hey, if you want to bowl all your boxes right now, feel free and go home, because, if you're going to act like that, don't be here. So he put his balls in his bag and he went home.
But let me ask you a question. And this is and I truly don't know this answer, because I've never quite understood. Why does it bother you so much?
I think it's disrespectful. I think you sign up for a league. You sign up to bowl in a team event. Mm-hmm. You should bowl as a team in a team event. Nobody wants to go up there and bowl by themselves for 3 boxes. Like, just find it.
But he was bowling as a team. He was bowling his pace.
I wasn't the only, Tim, and you got to say this, I wasn't the only one that said something.
I don't know. I wasn't bowling against you guys. I only saw the after effects. So I
wasn't
truly
the only one that said anything.
Okay.
There was a lot more to that story, Tim.
Okay. But my whole point behind that is you're going to bowl your own pace, regardless of what someone else does. Right?
Yeah.
So why does it matter if they bowl faster or slower than you?
Because I just find it disrespectful.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
don't have torn apart about this. I understand that. The YouTube comments are going to be great, but
you're not going to get torn apart. It's just my opinion. I know. And I'm saying you're not going to get torn apart because it's a valid opinion. Just like mine's a valid, just like Calvin's a valid. I mean,
here's the thing. If you look at me while you're doing it and you say, "Hey, I'm grooving right now. Can I just go?" Like, no problem. Chris Sargent threw 808 for 5 bowling beside me in Newport, and I looked at him and said, "When you want me to move, just go and let me know." I have no problem with that. I have a problem with the guy that is doing it and then he's just doing it to piss you off, and then he's telling you he's doing it to piss you off. That's what I have a problem with. I have a problem when someone starts doing it and is disrespectful while they're doing it. That's where my problem comes in. I have no problem if you throw a double on me and go, hey, before you clean that, can I just throw this? Or what? If you ask me, no problem. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
But when you do it for someone like me, I don't prick.
I rarely talk to the person I'm bowling against. So for me to sit back and say, hey, do you mind if I'm on a double and I know you're ripped the guts out and you're plucking pins here.
That's not what I mean, Tim.
I know, but I'm trying to figure out in my head. I'm trying to figure out in my head how I would approach that. I'm just trying to figure out how I would approach that. That's all. I don't know how.
What I was talking about, Tim, is if I rip the guts out on the first ball, you throw a strike.
Yeah.
I throw it in the hole, you're set, and then you throw another strike. Okay. And then I get a 9. If I push my button and you're set to go and you say, hey, I feel good, can I try and throw the triple? I'll be like, hey, go right ahead, man. As long as I know, that's fine.
Okay.
It's when it looks at me and goes, hi, you're getting pissed off. I'll watch this. That's when I'm going to start being angry.
Okay.
It's a respect.
I get that. But if I was bowling against you and I didn't say anything and I went.
And you know me well enough, Tim. You honestly know me well enough. I'm going to get a little heated, but I'm probably going to gather myself and come at least speak to you privately and say, hey, what's going on? Like, is this something you're cutting me off on purpose? Like, if it is, stop it. Like, I'll handle my shit. You know that about me.
Okay. All right. We're good. We're number one, we're far over what we wanted the show to be today. And we answered 0 questions that we were going to answer. So
we got one.
Parting thoughts, Kelvin? Before we end the show?
Oh, good. This is fun.
Brian, parting shots before we end the show? Or thoughts, not shots, sorry. Parting thoughts before we end the show.
Now let's see how bad I get burned.
Didn't even have to be about this. My parting thought is, I don't really have one. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah.
Bed is calling my name.
Bed
is calling my name. Folks, thank you. Send your questions, your comments, your concerns. You can direct them to Brian if there are heated exchanges you'd like to have. You know what we should do sometime? I just had this thought. It'd be really cool. It's if we had snippets of people, voice snippets, whatever, that we could interject into here. So, like, let's say Corey Smith had a question, or Corey Smith had a 30-second comment.
Yeah.
And we had the audio file. We could just upload it. That'd be kind of cool. We need to think about that. That's actually kind of
sure.
It's actually not that I want Corey to comment, but I mean someone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Be kind of neat.
Yeah,
please send your questions, your comments, your concerns over to rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter at Ripping the Rack Podcast. Brian, where else can they hear our lovely and melodic voices?
Anchor, Breaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and wherever else you listen to podcasts. Night, everybody.
So, guys, have a great. Where the hell do I start?
I don't know.
Have a great week, everyone.